Series videos are more long form and tell your awesome stories. These are great for YouTube and help build a following of people who love seeing what you create and can't wait to see what you're going to make next. Your products and services are always present in these videos, but it's really about the story. That's why people love watching. If and when your audience needs something that you provide, you're their first thought. Check out this example.
I'm Aubrey Adams. So I'm actually here because Frankie's done all my tattoos. I actually went to him before he started his own store, which is really cool. But my first pieces I got done had to do with getting out of an abusive relationship, which is great, and they served their purpose, and I was really proud of that. But it's been 5 years now, and so I'm just ready to kind of cover that up. There's no reason to remember that on a daily basis because it's not something I'm dealing with anymore. So I'm here to get that covered.
My name is Frank Ficara. Aubrey, she's one of my good clients. I've been tattooing her for years. She's awesome to tattoo. She's an inspiration to a lot of people. I mean, how she's transformed her body takes a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice. It's impressive.
My senior year, I found bodybuilding. I had been kind of an athlete my whole life. But since I jumped into the honors program, a lot of that was gone, and I had always worked out, but I needed something to kind of drive me and be competitive again, and I found bikini bodybuilding. Someone was just like, hey, you have the frame for this, you should do that. So I've been doing that since 2016, and this summer I'll be going for my pro card for the third time. Oh yeah, that's sensitive down that way. So I'm from Boston. I grew up there until I was 18, and then when I was applying to colleges, I got a full ride from UVU from the honors program. So my parents had actually grown up in Utah, so my grandma was here, so it was a good way to get away, but still have someone nearby, and free tuition I was not going to turn down.
You know, that's why I'm hitting these businesses so hard. I got 3 kids, now I got 3 businesses. When I'm gone, they got theirs.
So I am choosing a sunflower, and the reason for that is because flowers in general just represent growth to me. I mean, they go through seasons where they're killed off, but then they always come back, and there's so much beauty in that, and something it's just very hopeful. Like, something will always come back, and it kind of is like a hardship. Like, no matter what you go through, it's always going to come back. And I had heard, it was a silly story, I don't even know if this is a true fact, but about sunflowers in general, that they always find the sun and they'll always face the sun, and that's just, I kind of feel like that's me. I've been through so much since I was 11, but no matter how low I get, I always make sure to realign myself and come out on the better end.
My mom and dad are so anti-tattoos. Like, good news about this one is I can't see it. Actually, my mom goes to my shows. She will see it.
There's a lot of moms and dads out there that fucking hate me.
My parents are fine with my other ones because they're small. And while they weren't fine, I just told them they don't get to have a choice. I do my own. And once they accepted that about me, which they accepted that once I was about 11 years old, that I do what I want, they're good.
We covered up one tattoo with another, and it's like closing the chapter of that part of her story, and now it's something else. That's the beauty about tattoos. We can tell a lot of different stories with what we put on the skin. It's a fun process. We get to learn a lot about people. We get to learn stuff about ourselves. That's why I love tattooing.
So actually, originally it was a tattoo that said free, and it had a bird, so kind of like a free bird, just because it took me, I think, over a year of going back and forth to get out. So when I was finally out, I was free, and so I wanted to remember that and document that.
Every single one of mine has to do with strength, resiliency, courage, every single one. What is your typical day? What does your low day of eating look like? Like, what do you eat?
So the days that I'm like sick and I can't eat, I probably eat
Yeah, but how often are you sick and can't eat?
every day.
What? Why? How do I get that? What do you put the pink stuff on for again? Just to moisturize the skin? So the white just hurts more because at this point your body's donezo.
People think it's the most moist.
Your skin's just raw.
We took the image that she wanted and put that over the spot that she wanted, and whatever's left over is where we need to trick the eye into what they see, what it sees. So we took that image and I took some detail stuff and brought it over to the side that directs your eye first. And you don't even see the stuff that's underneath there. It helps us, especially when you have something as dark as hers was. A lot of the times we'll want it, get it a little bit removed before we hit it, but it's all about placement and making it work.
I feel like the shading parts, or maybe that's where you're going, aren't as bad as the lines. Or is it opposite?
I think the line work hurts worse.
Okay. Woo! Oh.
So this stuff, you leave on for 5 days.
Oh, I don't take it off.
You can shower with this on. You're still in a swimming pool for a long time. No bathtubs, hot tubs, swimming pools. This is gonna be perfect for the gym because it's a breathable layer.
Oh, good.
It protects. After tonight, tomorrow, like you won't even notice the shit's on. It'll be like second skin.
It won't come off.
If it starts peeling,
Oh, yeah, that's perfect size. How do I get a good peek of that though? Thank you. Woo! That was the longest one I've had.
The nice part is that Frankie's good at like doing lines and mixing that with shading, so it's not just all the hard part at once.
I took the center of that flower and used that to cover up that bird. That was the biggest, darkest spot, and it was really, challenging to try to find a spot to put that in without seeing it. But I think we nailed it.
I like the way that it accentuates kind of the curve and the shape of the muscle that I've built. So I've worked really hard to build that side of my glute, your adductor. So I love that it kind of complements that and wraps around it perfectly.
I can't wait to see like the next tattoos we do. Everybody grows and their thought patterns change, but it all stays the same. They like to voice it on their skin, and that's what I'm here for.